Welcome to the Introduction to Padlet. The first thing you need to do is head to padlet.com, Padlet.com. Upon arriving, since we all have Google accounts, we're going to click on Login with Google. And because I've done this already, we won't have an issue, but it will ask you to accept or allow Google to access that account in Padlet. So you'll want to make sure you do that. Then it will ask you which account would you like to use, and I'm going to click on my school account. And you ask, why do I have to make an account with Padlet? The answer is, if you create 5 to 10 Padlet walls, it's almost impossible to keep track of them and where they are. So you want to be sure that you do in fact create yourself an account so that you can go back and access them at any time. So here is what the actual inside of Padlet looks like. As you can see, there's a library of Padlets. These are all of the things that I've ever made. Activity, things that have happened more recently in some of the Padlet walls you've created. You can even add people to collaborate with you on a Padlet wall. Oftentimes you can upload files. It might be appropriate for a specific Padlet you're making. All of the files will be saved here as well as on the Padlet wall. And any links that you post to Padlets will be set there in the links as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create New Padlet. Now inside Padlet, it's a blank wall. The first step you want to take is naming it. So I'm going to go over here to the black navigation area and choose Modify Wall, the cogwheel at the bottom. So click once and head up to Title. So you would give it a title, and then you could give them instructions here as well. Excellent. So now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it says Save Changes at the bottom. You're good to go. And as you can see, here's my title and the text. Now, if I'm on an iPad, to add a block, I'm going to double tap on the gray screen. If I'm on the MacBook or Chromebook, I'm going to double click on the gray area. So I'm going to do click. The first thing I want to do under title is either put my name or the group name, or if you're having this be part of a lesson that you might be creating, maybe that specific name or portion of the lesson. So for now, I'm going to put my name in, and maybe I've been told in class or by the directions above to type something specific. And of course I haven't been, so I'm just going to go ahead and type that. And maybe you've asked the students to upload a document. Maybe it's something that they've worked on, a lab, or a document they've used in class. So to add that, they're going to click on this up arrow, which means upload. You may want them to link to a website that is pertinent to something you've just discussed. They would click here to add that. And they can even take a screenshot. This is touchy, but here is one way I've seen it work. Let's say the student is at home and they're stuck on a math problem, and you create a Padlet parking lot for help. And maybe you would check this every morning at 7:30 so that you would know specifically what to start with in terms of helping in class. So the students could take pictures of the problem that they're doing so that you can see the steps ahead of time and figure out where they have gone wrong. So that's a great use for it. Once I'm done typing and adding everything that I want to add, all I have to do is click out in the gray area, and there it is. I can only move my specific one. So if I'm a student and I'm out in this Padlet wall that you've provided me, I can move myself, but that is it. So I'll put it over here. A couple of other things. As you can see right now, this address is rather strange. I can edit that. So let's head back over here to the cogwheel, and I'm going to click on Address. And now I could say maybe week 29, let's say Tuesday. So I would know this is the 29th week of school and it was a Tuesday and it's available. So I'm going to click on Pick. And now that's much more manageable for your students if you're going to have them actually type it in. Typically, I would maybe email it to them or post it on My Big Campus. You could even do a QR code link to it with the Scan app. Totally up to you. Now, my favorite last part of Padlet. You can create a wall with questions. Now, you can moderate this wall so that students can only see their answers, no one else's. So now you've eliminated that cheating. If you're having them do this at home or even in class, they cannot and will not be able to see anyone's answers until you, the teacher, actually approve the comments. So let's set that up. If I go up here to privacy, and let's review. To get to that, I go to the cogwheel, head up to privacy, and now I'm going to scroll all the way down. All you have to do is click on the box by Moderate Posts. Then it's important that you click Submit. Now, I'm going to go into another browser and show you how this would work. So now I'm a student. This is on the end where I have no editing rights. You can see that there is no cogwheel. So the student has logged in. This one I did not set up the moderation. So let's see what happens. I'm going to double click on the wall, add my name, and right away you can see down here it says requires approval. That means if someone else is also adding to this wall, they can't see that I'm adding to this wall. So then let's say testing. And now I'm going to click out here. Excellent. So let's head back to my original document. My apologies. I had to reload the document. This may take just a few minutes. There it is. So I just created this one out as a student. In order for other students to see this answer, I would have to click approve. You do not have to click approve. It's quite fine to keep everything moderated and hidden from the other students. So then you ask, well, all of these students might post on top of each other. That may be the case. Here's the answer. So after everyone has placed their answer in, head to the cogwheel, go to layout, and then you can click on Stream. And that will organize everyone in the proper order where you can see and no one's is on top of anyone's else. And that's Padlet in a nutshell. It was a quick video. My apologies if I didn't cover a question you had. Just go ahead and email me and I'll be happy to demonstrate or answer via email.